Clay Patton on the Rural Radio Network. Central Platte Rangeland Alliance annual burn tour just kicking off here in central Nebraska. This year, though, moving away from western Dawson County now into Gosper County, where there was a burn this year near the Elwood area in Gosper County. Had the opportunity now to talk with Bill Brell of Brell Farms, and they were the landowners helping to conduct the burn and things. So now being able to go back a couple months later and take a look. Bill, kind of give us an overview of the ground that you decided for this burn and how bad it was infested with cedars.
The ground that we're interested in controlling, it was rugged in how I'd describe it. Real hilly, deep draws, very hard to get in there and cut the trees safely. We spent quite a bit of time and resources trying to do that mechanically through cutting the trees. No success. It seemed like they were growing faster than we could cut them. So we considered burning as an option.
And so going through and getting the burn process right, you said you'd already kind of done quite a bit of work mechanically, cutting a lot of trees down. Did that help you kind of get ready for the burn a little bit quicker than some other burn plans?
A little bit. Through the burn process, what's more important is the maintaining of the perimeter. And so when we were just mechanically cutting them, we really weren't thinking along those lines. So once we kind of made that switch to would like to burn it, our focus was more towards controlling the trees and overburden on the perimeters. Some of the draws were so aggressive that it required us to hire a bulldozer to come in to kind of make some paths on the perimeter along that fence line so that we could maintain clearing the overburden, probably a good 30 yards, because that was key. It was to have your perimeters clean so that when you start the fire, you have a defined place to end.
And so, again, the perimeter is a huge aspect when it comes to this. Tell us, what time of year did you conduct your burn, and now what are you seeing in terms of a kill rate, you think, on your cedars?
I believe the burn took place around the first week in May. Success rate, I would say it killed probably about 90% of the cedars, which were our target issue was the cedars, just the fact they were overtaking the pasture. But yeah, I would say the kill rate was about 90%.
Sounds like it was a really good kill rate on them then. Going forward, is this something you're maybe looking at some of your other properties or your other land pieces, and is it something you would recommend for somebody else that's looking at an aggressive way to get their cedars controlled, especially when mechanically harvesting and stuff is just really not a good option?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this as a means of regaining your rangeland. At times, it gets to be too much to control through mechanical aspects. Burning definitely did a good job for us. I would highly recommend it. As far as looking at it in the future, I definitely will be looking at it in the future. I don't have anything planned as of right now, but it is something I would consider.
Bill, thank you so much for your time talking to us. Again, the Brell Farm was the farm highlighted in the burn tour today with the Central Platte Rangeland Alliance. Bill, before I let you go, final closing thoughts, important information I overlooked in the course of our conversation.
Like I said, we had great success through the burn process, and I would highly recommend it. It takes a small army to conduct a burn, and I certainly thank all of my neighbors and the people involved to make it a successful burn.
There we go. It takes a community to be able to do it. That is Bill Brell, the featured burn this year on the Central Platte Rangeland Alliance's annual burn tour. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.